OpenAI's new GPT image API is finally released. 3 weeks ago, I made this video talking about using OpenAI 4o image generation model to generate stunning images like this, and this. At that time, there was no API, so we had to do things manually to generate the images. And now GPT image API has just released, so I built something on top of it. I just built a scalable AI content system that turns Google Sheet prompts into product shots photos, commercial videos, and infographics on full autopilot using NN. So whether you are creating LinkedIn content, Twitter content, or mocks up, social media ads, etc., this workflow can give you some high quality visuals from simple prompts. And let me show you how it works. So let's do a demo for generating product shot and commercial video first. All you need to do is to add your product image URL. So this is your URL, and also the image prompt on the Google Sheet. So let's click test workflow. First, NN pulls in the row, grabs your prompt, and download the product image from Google Sheets. Then it sends the prompt to OpenAI's new GPT image API to generate 4 high-quality product shots. Each image is then automatically uploaded to Supabase with a unique file name based on the date, row number, and image index. And here's the best part. Each result is then written back to the Google Sheet in separate columns. So let's take a look at the result. This is the first image. This is the second image. The third image. And the fourth image. And now if you want to turn one of those product shots into a video, you can just select one of the image, for example this one, and we can input number 2. Then we can click test workflow, and we'll combine all your prompts and send it to Vel AI to generate video with Kling V2 model, and we'll wait for a few minutes. Check the request status and drop the video URL back to your Google Sheet. So we can check this Google Sheet and click this link for the video. Great. And that's it. You have got your AI generated product shot and also this commercial video as well, all created automatically with the system on autopilot. And now let's do the demo for the infographics. So each row in the Google Sheet in this new tab called infographics is a new task. You can enter research topic here and a visual prompt, the image prompt. We can copy and paste here, for example, and let the system run automatically here. We can click test workflow now. It sends the topic to Perplexity and asking it to return a short summary with pros and cons of your research topic, ready to be visualized. Then it combines that summary with your original visual prompt and send it to GPT Image API using the GPT Image 1 model. Then it will generate 4 infographic styles visuals, and each image is uploaded to Supabase automatically, giving you the public URLs ready for use in DAX, post, etc. And finally, the system updates the Google Sheets with all the results here. We can actually take a look at this infographics. This is the first one. The logo may got some error here. This one as well. Alright. And this. Okay. And actually I can show you the infographic that I made here. This is the one without logo, and this is another one. Great. So if you are a solopreneur, e-commerce founder, or agency building visual content at scale, this can be a game changer for you. And this full workflow, we use Google Sheets, OpenAI, Supabase, Vel AI, all connected through NN. And the best part is all just drag and drop here inside NN. No code needed. If you're new here, my name is Andy. I drop practical NN workflows like these every single week. So if you're building with AI and automation, you're in the right place. And I've uploaded this exact workflow to our community, where we provide all the templates we have made. If needed, we'll also provide one-on-one tech support, and we'll make sure to solve 100% of your tech issues. So you can just grab the template, download it, and just import it easily here by import from file, and start producing AI content easily, all on autopilot. And now let's walk through the actual setup, and I'll show you exactly how to make this run for your own business. So let's get started. Alright, so the reason why we cannot generate logos properly because it was the copyright issues. So I suggest that if we want to generate infographics, we should not include those logos for the existing companies. And due to the large size of the generated images, running the node individually may not work, so we are not going to run the workflows again. I'm going to explain the nodes through execution history. First of all, we have this schedule trigger node. It will be triggered for a specific interval. For example, you can choose per day, or you can choose per minute, seconds, hour, weeks, month, etc. Okay, it is a schedule trigger to trigger the workflow. Then we have the next node, which is called Google Sheets. Okay, on the left hand side you can see the input, on the right hand side you can see the output. For the credentials here, we need to set it up first. You can click this and click this pen icon and sign it with your Google account. Then that's it. For the resource, we choose sheet within document and get rows for the operation, and you need to create and connect with your specific Google spreadsheet that you want. For example, in our case, we choose OpenAI Image API, product shots, and video for the Google Sheet, which is referring to this one. All right. Then for the column, then we add the filter. We'll filter for only the status with empty value. So we'll ignore and filter out the status with done, because we just want to process those that are yet to process. Then for the next node, we are going to add an HTTP request node here. It's for making an HTTP request and return the response data. Alright, so it is for downloading the image. So you can see it's very easy. When we check the execution history, it is referring to this image. We just want to download this image, which is our product shot, and we're going to use get method here. None as the authentication. We can view this image. This is our product shot. The next node, another HTTP request node, and this time it is where we are going to use the OpenAI API for the image generation. We're going to use post method, and this is your URL. You can just copy and paste, and this is the edit part. We can actually check it out here. So we have create image edit. So this is the part that we're going to use, and we will put predefined credential type. When we go back and try to set it up here, you can choose predefined credential type, choose OpenAI, then you can click this pen icon and paste your API key of your OpenAI account, keep this space URL, then that's all set. Then we need to enable this send body, and we are going to choose form data from the body content type. And for this NN binary file, we are going to put image, name as image, and this is referring to this input data field name. And other form data parameter, we are going to put the prompt, because we need to generate the image here. You just drag and drop this one. This image prompt is exactly referring to the one that we put in our Google Sheet. Another form data parameter, we have the model, so we are going to use this GPT image 1 model, and we put 4 because we want to generate 4 images. So this is the parameter for the number of images. And this one, we are going to put this as the dimension for the size of the image. You cannot see the output here because it says it contains 9.2 megabytes of the data. So we don't need to show this actually, because we can actually directly see the images later. We're going to split out the items from 1 item to 4 items. So you can see, you can just put data as a field to split it out. And this time we're going to convert a file. That's where we can see the image. So we can search here, convert to file. Alright, so we can put move base 64 string to file. You can choose this, and this is the input field, so we can actually check the image here. And also we can also check the second one. Okay, so we are going to upload the image to Supabase to store it, and this is another HTTP request. We're going to use post method. Please be aware of this part now. First of all, you can copy and paste this URL first, but we need to change something. This part, this need to be replaced. First of all, we go to Supabase, and then after you register, you will open your own project, and then you need to go to storage, click new bucket, name whatever you want for your bucket, but need to enable You need to enable this as a public bucket. It's very important. Then we go to project settings, data API, copy this URL, replace this part. And storage v1 object, you can keep it. But for this one, this is a bucket name. You need to change it to the one that you name it. So for example, NNND hyphen ND, I need to put NNN hyphen ND as a bucket name. Then for the rest, you can keep it the same because it's just for stating the time and also the item index. Then we are going to choose predefined credential type. We'll choose Supabase API, and this is where we can set up the credentials. Again, we need to go to project settings, data API, copy this, then paste it here. When we scroll down, we see the service role secret key, refill this, and paste it here. It's all set. Then we enable set body, and this is an binary file as the body content type, and then we just input the data because it is referring to this images. And we are going to add this node, which is called edit fields or set. It's for modifying, adding, or removing item fields. When we click this, we'll see this in menu mapping mode. And for this part, we are going to input result and this item index because there are 4 total images. And this is how we name the column. And this is how we name the field as well. And then for the URL, which are the URLs for the images that we stored on Supabase, we just need to copy this and remember to change it to your own project URL of your Supabase, and then just copy this, drag and drop to here. And you can see it is set public because we can only access the images or files through this public link. Otherwise, we cannot download the images that we stored on Supabase. For the row number, it is referring to this. We can just drag and drop this. All right. Last but not least, we can update the Google Sheet. We choose update row as the operation, and then just map automatically. It's all done. Great. It's all set for this product shot generation for the image part. If you would like to learn more about the pricing of this GPT Image 1 model, you can go to this URL and check out the pricing here. They provide different pricing for different quality and different dimension or ratios of the images. So in order to save your money to generate the images when setting up this workflow, after you build up this first few nodes, you can try to pin by right-click, pin this node, so that when you run this whole workflow for testing, you don't need to use so much token. Alright, so now we are going to talk about the second workflow, which is to generate the commercial video based on the product shot image. Great, we are going to set up another schedule trigger, which is the same as the one above, and then let's take a look at the history. Basically, the sheet is the same, the settings is the same as the above, and this now we are going to use another edit field here. So we are going to choose like manual mapping here for the mode, and then the fields to set, we are going to put selected images, because we need to specify which image we select first here. Alright, let me try to explain the structure for this. When we click this, again for JSON, it is always referring to the previous node, right? And then for selection, it is referring to this. So we can see this is referring to 2. So when we scroll up, JSON result 2. That's how we can get this URL. So this is the structure of this field. Then for the prompt, we are going to have 2 prompts. The first one, which is the image prompt. The second one is the extra video prompt. Alright, that's how we set it. And now we are going to add another HTTP request node, and this time we are going to connect with Fel. We're going to use the Fel API. We use post method, and this is the URL that we use to generate the video from image to video. Claim video v2 is the model that we're going to use. You can refer to this link, or you can try to play around here as well. This is the demo video. And for the cost, it will cost you around $1.4 for a 5-second video. Then we are going to set it up here. This time we're going to choose generic credential type, header auth, and then we click this pen icon, rename it to Fel account, we put authorization. Then we go to your Fel account here, API key, add key, and just copy and paste it here. please remember to add key space before the API key. So when you paste your key, after you paste it, you need to add key space before your API key. Alright, that's how you set up this API. Then we are going to check it here. Enable the send body again, using JSON as the body content type, using fields below. And then we are going to, for the prompt, this parameter, we are going to drag and drop this prompt. For the image URL, we will just drag and drop this selected image, because we are going to ask Fel to use Kling v2 this model to generate based on this prompt and this image for our commercial video. Then we will add another node called wait. We'll wait for around 5 minutes because it takes some time for Fel AI to generate the video, so around 5 to 10 minutes. After that, we are going to get back this video from Fel. So we'll input this URL, and then we can just drag and drop this request ID. The settings will be the same. You don't need to enable any other parameters. Then we are going to add the Google Sheet node. It's where we're going to update the Google Sheets. Again, be aware of that you are actually updating the correct Google Sheets. And this time we are going to map each column manually using row number for the column to match on. Alright, row number, first of all, we need to go back to the Google Sheet and drag and drop here. Then for this one, video, we are going to drag and drop this video. Alright, so that's it. That's how we can set this up for the whole workflow for this commercial video production based on your product shot. Alright, so let's talk about how we can generate the infographics using this workflow. First of all, again, same schedule trigger and Google Sheets. You need to change to another sheet because for this one we are going to use it as the product shot and video, and this one is for using the infographic. And again, this is the same to filter out the done rows. And this time we're going to use Perplexity for the research. So for Perplexity, you can think of it like Google search with AI, and we can actually set up with credentials, generic credential type, header auth. And for this, we can click the pen icon, authorization, and go to Perplexity API. After you set up your payment, you can also see the API, and then you can just paste it here. But remember to put barrier space before your API key. So barrier space and your API key, paste it here. Alright. First of all, we enable send body, and we will choose JSON as the body content type using JSON, and we are going to launch this. We're going to use the Sonar model of Perplexity, which is quite powerful to do research. This is a system prompt. You are a research assistant, research data, and summarize your findings. This is the user prompt, your research topic, which is referring to the one that we listed in our Google Sheets, and summarize the pros and cons in 3 bullet points and keep it short and precise. As you can see on the right hand side, this is the topic that they are going to, the Sonar model is going to research. And then we're going to use another node, which is using the API from OpenAI for image generation. And this time we're going to use generation instead of edit. So authentication the same, send body, but this time we're going to use JSON instead of form data. We're going to use JSON. First, using fields below, for the prompt, this parameter, we are going to Google Sheets, drag and drop this image prompt. Alright, then we are going to drag and drop this content that we generated from Perplexity. For the model, we use GPT image 1, of course, and for name, we put n. We need to put a curly bracket because we need to specify this is an integer. If we don't put this curly bracket, it will be a string, and it cannot be processed. For size, we can put this dimension or ratio, and this is splitting out the data we have because we have 4 items here. We have 1 item here, and then we would like to split out to 4 items. Again, convert to files, turning from base 64 string to file, so we can see the infographics here. And you can see this ratio may not be the best for infographics, so you can choose another ratio for that. And then for this node, we're going to upload the image to Supabase. Actually, this is the same settings as the first workflow here. This one as well. we're going to set the fields. This is the result and the item index. This is the Supabase, and just drag and drop this key. Drag and drop here. Row number, we can find it here. Alright, last but not least, we're updating Google Sheets. Great. So that's how we can set it. Again, we can map automatically here. Remember to choose automatically. Then we are going to add another Google Sheets note to update the status here. Okay. This time we're going to map each column manually, and we will put status as done. You may wonder why we don't do everything here, because we need to map automatically for this. Otherwise we cannot get all these 4 URLs here. So that's why we need to set this as map automatically. Then we have the status update here. Okay, so that's all done. Alright, so that's it for today's tutorial. Hope you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think about this tutorial in the comment section below. I will see you in our next video.